Hello and welcome to iGame613, and today I've got something pretty cool to show you guys, and it is awesome, I think. Now, basically this is something I found out from a guy called Tororos. Now, maybe I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry about that, but this is one of the YouTubers that do like little typey things, and type the words instead of actually saying them. It makes it a lot more clear for some people, and some people prefer that type of video, which is cool with me. So anyway, something he came up with was this little thing. So basically he went into this menu called Simple Menu, and he goes to the weather, and then he goes down to neutral, and it turns the sky blinking green. Now, it's pretty weird how it does this, and he did actually say in his video that it is actually well known by fewer people, so it's not actually a find by himself. Now, personally, I prefer taking the clouds away because it actually helps you see things a little clearer. And basically, this is actually doing something pretty weird from what I can find out. Now, he did actually ask people to see if they could search stuff into this and see if they could actually work anything out. And as you can see, if I actually go into the what do you call it, flyway mode, what do you call it, the free mode of camera, you can see that some buildings get like a green reflection on them, because these are all the ones that get a reflection from the sky colour to actually make them the colour they should be. So as you can see, there you go, the Bolingbroke prison over there, that's got a green tint to it. The actual freeways, I think that is Route 1, that's gone totally green right down the whole way, all the way up to there. The Alamo Sea looks like it's bleak and acidic, and maybe even like nuclear waste type of stuff that you'd see in a cartoon or some kind of comic or something. And obviously the starlight dishes go green as well because they're partially reflective of this stuff. Now, like I say, there is some things I did actually notice about this, and as soon as I get back down to the ground I'll be able to tell you these. Now, first off, you'll notice that up at the top over here you'll see a big black circle. Now if we zoom into that, we will see a kind of like a iris there and a big colourful there, so it kind of makes it look like an eye. This isn't actually what it is, it's not actually an eye, this is actually the sun, and we are actually currently at 10 AM in the morning. I froze the clock as well so it doesn't keep moving about, but if I did actually unfreeze the clock you'd see the sunset moving across the sky. So this is actually just a lens flare, you can see the colourful bits, but what you can actually see in the background of that is these little stars that pop through. Now this is because this is actually the sky border. I'll actually show you the main sky border on screen right now. As you can see, it's just like little stars all over this one square of area. I believe it's a 512 by 512 PNG image, and this is all that you get repeated in the sky. So whenever you look in the sky, it's just this one square repeated over the whole sky dome, and there's nothing more to it. Now what I do actually find pretty cool about this is it actually works like real life. So where the sky in actual real life is actually dark and it's the sun that lights up, it makes it like a nice blue colour in daytime. This is what actually happens in GTA as well, and it's pretty cool, I think, that it actually does that. I didn't actually expect it to do that. I expected to find like a daytime and a nighttime version of it, but this is actually just the way it actually works, and there's a lot of proof backing that up. Now, something else I just noticed earlier as well is if you actually look at the clouds, they also have little stars inside some of them. Some of them clear away and it's not actually as good, but this one here you can hopefully see a star, maybe not, but some of the clouds are actually removed as well, and that is exactly what's happened to the sun. It has been removed from the game somehow, and this weather type just does that. Now I can actually prove that this is the sun by pressing F3 on the keypad. We'll go back out of this actual mode here, and we'll be on the F3 menu. Where's the sun? There it is. And what I'm going to do is change the weather to, let's say, extra sunny. There you go, the sun's back as normal. Go to clear, there it is again. Smog, still there. Let's go for rain. It's still there, but it's through a lot of cloud. Now, yes, I do have cloud menu still disabled, so there's no clouds actually in the sky, but this is just the default clouds that you get from the actual thing. But if we go back to neutral, back to this again. Now, one thing I did actually want to do when I actually first saw Tororis' video was actually go through the actual whole time system. So let's go to my other menu, which is menu, and I've actually not got it on this one, so let's go back to the other menu. I thought it was on that menu, sorry. And we'll actually look at what actually happens to the sky throughout the whole day. So we'll give it a nice wide view over here, over these hills here, and we'll enable that, and we'll go to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 o'clock goes pretty much like a slightly coloured black and white type of mode. 10 o'clock is just way overexposed. Midnight is pretty much normal. As you can see, the normal nighttime sky there. Some wispy clouds in the sky and some odd looking ones too. But there we go, got the moon flying across the sky there. And then the sun appears and the sun rises. And we're back to normal. So 10 o'clock there. Let's freeze that back up. So sometimes you can actually see like a little sunlight there as well. So if we actually go out of this mode here, we'll go back to that again. And then that actual flare does actually turn into like a little sunlight there. That is where the sun seems to be coming out of it. I'm not actually sure why. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. But there is something pretty awesome I thought about this. Found out about this, should I say even. If we go back over here to my military jet Hydra, I will actually show you something that I found out. And I think maybe some people have already done this. It's a pretty simple thing to do. But we've got the time froze that's still at 10 AM. Or should I say 10:14 for some reason. We're going to change that to 10 AM exact because I think that's the perfect time for it to be on. So let's enable that. Go back. There we go. So 10 AM exact. No, 10:59. That's no good. There we go. That'll do. 10:01. So we're froze on 10:01, and we're in the jet. So we're going to take off this jet, and we're going to fly to the city. Now watch what happens when we do this. Apart from nearly crashing, we actually start wobbling like crazy. Now this is just me holding the R2 button, and I know turbulence is a thing when you're an uneducated player. But as you can see, my flying skill is actually 100% on this character. And he's just flying all over the place. Now this isn't the weird thing about it. The weird thing is about to happen right now as soon as we go over these Vinewood hills. And it doesn't matter which hills you go over, as long as you're going over some that are going to the city, just keep an eye on the colour of the sky. So there we go, turn to a pale green, and the more over the city we get, it goes into more of a normal colour. And as you can see, we're back to normal. The sun is actually up there, blazing away. A massive kind of sun as well. But we've actually got like a blurry city. Now, you may think these buildings are now unrendered and they're not going to look pretty when you get close to them. But you'll be surprised, because when we do get close to them, as you can see, they're fully rendered. So I don't see why they're actually being hidden by the cloud. This is actually meant to be neutral weather, so there's no reason for it. The atomic blimp is still here as well. It can be exploded still, as you can see. Boom. But the sun is just like a massive explosion in the sky, and it's pretty crazy, as you can see right there in front of us. You can barely even see the plane when you fly towards it. But if we go back up north again, back towards Chiliad, you'll notice the sky colour again. It'll change back to lime green as it was earlier. And I don't understand why this actually happens. It's quite crazy. So maybe neutral is a thing that's meant for the actual weather in the actual desert, or maybe it's something that's meant for the actual city weather. As you can see, we've gone to like a nice pale green now, and that'll soon turn to a lime green. As you can see, just got over the hills, and now we've gone back to a lime green. The yellow we see over there will actually turn green again. The more closer we get to it, the more reflection goes onto it. And it's just a crazy little thing that we found in game. There is one more little thing I want to show though. I did actually read some of Tororis' comments, and one of his comments did mention the egg. Now, the egg that they're on about is the alien egg. and they wanted to see what that looks like, because in snow that whole egg turns white. In night time it's got like glowing green bits, and in daytime it looks a little bit chrome, but if you actually look very carefully you can actually see the chrome bits too. So I want to go on top of Mount Chiliad over here, and I will land it on here. As you can see, also the redness on the bottom of the plane. I'll explain that a little bit more in a minute. That was in Taurus's video. Obviously I'll link that video below if you want to see that for yourself. But it's a pretty cool little interesting thing I'm about to show you. So we'll land it up here. As you can see, actually the city in the background over there is pretty much just like a little black outline. Pretty interesting on its own. So we'll go over here, we'll pull up the menu map mod creator thing. Let's pull that up, and we'll go to Spooner. Now once we go to Spooner, we can actually enter things into the database and actually spawn things up in here. So we'll go to that object, search, and we'll type in egg, and then we'll go to here and we'll see they've got the prop alien egg. Now it may say prop, but it doesn't mean actually that it's just a prop in like a studio or a prop in like the actual movie theatre area. It's just meaning it's a prop for the game, so it's an item that's used in the game as a certain thing. So like here we've got the beggars signs. So the beggars that you see underneath the bridges and stuff, they're holding signs. That's their prop that they're using. So the egg would be obviously a prop of the aliens or something like that. So I don't know. We'll soon find out one day, hopefully. But here we go. Let's spawn the egg. So there we go. It spawns up and it's got the dirt ground colour underneath. It then has a red stripe, and then it goes green at the top, which is reflecting the sky. That's pretty interesting. And there is no explaining why this is. But the only thing I can understand about the red is if you actually go into this map here, you'll see it starts blazing up red, and it goes in and out, and it kind of like pulsates a little bit, and then it suddenly just goes all steady like that, and then it's just all crazy. It's super bright as well, as you can see the whiteness there. But one thing I did notice about this is I did try to come here at 9 AM, and I'll show you what actually happens if that actually does occur. We'll go back into this mode here, and we will actually pull up the menu again. So if we come back up to the top, right, so here we are. So you can see all the redness. We'll go to time, we will enable this, and we'll go to this, and you'll see that the actual redness goes away. Now this hasn't actually totally gone away, and it is actually further down the mountain, right near the bottom, for some reason. I don't know why, but as soon as we get closer to the bottom of the mountain, it will actually reappear, and here it is, right here. But then if you go back to 10 AM, so there's 9 AM, and it goes 10, 11, 10, there we go, and the red will follow you all the way back up to the top. It's weird, and I don't know why there's red under the ground. It kind of makes like that same type of texture that you see over at the Altruists, where you can see red through the ground a bit. So through these stones here, some of them at least, you can see like redness, and it's just super weird. So if you have any thoughts on this video, if you have anything you've actually noticed yourself that you want me to try out or anything like that, just let me know, and I'll actually try it out, because this is a pretty interesting mode or thing. First you can look at it and think maybe it's like from a cut zombies mode or a cut alien mode or something like that, but the weird thing is it can only spawn when you're actually in the Sandy Shores, Blaine County area of the map. So it's not like you can just spawn it up in the city, which is where you'd expect a zombie mode to be, if anywhere. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about it anymore. Maybe we could try spawning the alien spaceship. If you want to stick around, maybe I'll do that at the very end. But we'll soon see. Thank you very much for watching either way, and I hope you enjoyed this video and liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much, and goodbye. Okay, so we're going to actually spawn the UFO as a bonus for you guys. So I've gone back into like normal store mode, so it will actually spawn. And there it is. So what I'm going to do is now to switch over back into the neutral and see if the sky still stays green for us. Which it unfortunately does not. That is unfortunate. Yeah, well, can we actually get close to it though? No. Where's the deck? Haha.